Going to 1999, Bronson Arroyo pitched the first complete game shutout in franchise history. He overcame 11 hits by Bowie over 9 innings to earn his 8th win of the inaugural season. On June 15th, Altoona beat Binghamton 5-1 on a walk-off grand slam by Alex Hernandez, currently standing as the only walk-off grand slam in franchise history. Up to June 25th in 99, Adam Heisdu set a franchise record with 7 RBIs in one game in a 9-3 win against New Britain. He had a pair of homers and a grand slam, and that single-game record stood for over a decade. Forward to 2001, the Curve came back from 7 runs down to beat Harrisburg 9-7. It was the first of 3 7-run comebacks in team history, the largest ever overcome by the Curve. Now we fast forward to 2004. Landon Jacobson took a no-hitter into the 7th inning to tie a then-team record. With 1 out in that 7th inning, Akron's Franklin Gutierrez broke up the no-no. Jacobson's performance still stands as the club's second longest individual no-hit bid. The next day in 04, a 10-run second inning set a franchise record for the Curve against Akron. Chris Duffy hit 2 homers in the big win, and Josh Bonifay added 6 RBIs as the Curve beat the Arrows 13-2. And a few days later, on June the 8th, for the first time in club history, the Curve hit 3 consecutive home runs. Ronnie Paulino, Kevin Nicholson, and Ray Sadler went back-to-back-to-back. Later in June 2004, Brian Bollington, the number 1 pick by the Pirates in 2002, squared off against Jeremy Guthrie, the Indians' first-round pick, with the 22nd overall selection of the same year. They pitched head-to-head at Blair County Ballpark on June 22nd. Guthrie pitched 7 one-run innings. Bollington allowed 5 runs, but the Curve got the win 6-5 in 10 frames. Let's fast forward to 2006, when the Curve played in a big league ballpark against Reading, and they visited Citizens Bank Park, the home of the Philadelphia Phillies. Later that same month, Vic Butler set a new franchise record with his 13th triple of the season in just his 57th game. He ended the year with 14 three-baggers, all of them hit before the All-Star break. June 17, 2008. Former President Jimmy Carter attended a ball game between the Curve and Reading at Blair County Ballpark. Traveling on a fishing trip to nearby Huntington, Carter and his wife Rosalind enjoyed the game from Suite 410 along with other family members. The following June, 2009, top prospect Pedro Alvarez was called up to Altoona and debuted with the Curve on June 23rd. Even though he went 0-4 in his first game at Erie, he hit a 2-run homer the very next day. He played his first home game with the Curve on June 26th. On June 13th, 2010, standing 7'1", Luke Van Mill became the tallest player to take the field at Blair County Ballpark when he pitched for New Britain. He recorded a strikeout to end the 8th, and he appeared in 2 other games against the Curve with Akron in the years to follow. On June 27th of that same year, Josh Harrison set a team record with 4 doubles in the same game. The Curve beat Bowie that day 12-3. On June 14, 2012, the Curve stormed back against the Trenton Thunder at PNG Field with 6 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning to win 7-6. Jarek Cunningham delivered the game winner on a 2-run walk-off double. Less than a week later, on June 20th, Garrett Cole made his Double-A debut with the Curve and earned the win against New Britain. The number 1 pick in the 2011 draft struck out 6 and allowed 2 runs on 5 hits. The following year, future 2-time Cy Young Award winner Jacob deGrom made his last Double-A outing with the Binghamton Mets at PNG Field. Fast forward to 2015. The Curve played an 18-inning marathon at Reading and lost 8-7. It stands as the 3rd longest game in franchise history in both innings and time of game, and in that contest, Altoona led 7-4 before Reading rallied for 3 in the 9th to send the game to extras. In 2016, on June 14th, Austin Meadows set a franchise record when he hit safely in his 22nd straight game on a 7th-inning double, a streak that would eventually reach 24 consecutive games and still stands today as the longest hitting streak in Curve history. Fast forward to 2018. On June 25th, Mitch Keller made his last AA start, an 8-inning, 1-hit effort with 6 strikeouts. The Curve won 4-0 and went on to win back-to-back games of 1-0 in a doubleheader the very next day. That marked the first time in team history Altoona pitched 3 consecutive shutout wins. And in 2019, on June 19th, the Curve experienced a new beginning in the middle of the season. For the first time ever, the team was experiencing a split season, and the team's record rolled back to 0-0 before the final game of their series versus Harrisburg and the first game of the second half. Thanks for watching. We'll bring you historic highlights from July next time. Meanwhile, be sure to visit the Around the Curve blog and the Today in Curve History page for your daily fix of Curve history.